So International Jazz Day is April 30th, and I just want to take a moment to kind of show you the latest additions to my jazz collection. I hope you enjoy. I'm Chris. This is Late Night Dead Wax. Welcome back. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably have seen me talk about the fact that I've only recently discovered a love for jazz. It's a very large genre with many, many subgenres, and I'm still working my way through them, kind of learning my way, picking up as much as I can, and just kind of absorbing. So it's not uncommon for me to pick up a couple jazz records almost every time I'm out crate digging. So these are the most recent ones I picked up, and I'm going to start off with this. This is the Jazz Dispensary. It was the Record Store Day one. It was one of the few Record Store Day records I picked up this year. I did not get that many. There were a few that I couldn't get, but for the most part, I was pretty happy with my haul that day. But this one was definitely one of the ones that I was excited for. The first one I ever got was the one for Record Store Day Black Friday last year, so I wasn't going to miss this. I actually ordered this one online when I couldn't find it locally from Spin Me Around Records, and got it a couple days later, and it's definitely a little different than the first one, but from what I understand, that's kind of one of the things that make these cool, and it's an awesome one to have in my collection. And oh my god, boy, do they go all out on the vinyl. The wax is just gorgeous. But Jazz Dispensary is my first one. Now these next two I'm going to show together only because they're both compilations from incredible jazz artists, female jazz artists. These are both compilations that came out in 1970. Billie Holiday and Lena Horne. This is my first Lena Horne record. It's pretty outstanding, kind of exactly what I expected, and obviously Billie Holiday is just incredible. So, like I said, compilations, 1970. So they're not that unique, but they are a cool listen, and I look forward to picking up more from both of these artists. Another cool one I picked up recently is from 1963, the Oscar Peterson Trio Night Train. I've brought up Oscar many a times in the past. Another great classic record. What makes this one kind of unique that I really, really enjoy is a lot of the songs are shorter. This was apparently done to try and get radio play, which I find interesting. It definitely rolls through a song in a different way than a song that's 17 minutes long. But really good stuff. 1963 on the Verve label. Oscar Peterson Trio Night Train. This next one, it's almost embarrassing how long it took me to get a copy. But Miles Davis in a Silent Way. It was came out in 1969. This is a 1977 reissue. Sounds incredible. I have not found a Miles Davis record I don't like yet, and this one is definitely no exception. It was always on my list, but recently I saw Melinda Murphy in a video talking about how this is one of her favorite jazz records, and I absolutely agree. This is an incredible record. So when I saw it at a good price, I mean, I know it's a reissue, but it does sound spectacular. And in a Silent Way, embarrassed it took so long. So I mentioned earlier that I wasn't able to get everything I wanted on Record Store Day. There aren't many that really upset me, but one of them that kind of upsets me the most is because I didn't know I wanted it. When I watched the unboxing video on Spin Me Around Records, they had countless copies of laufey's Night at the Symphony, and I had no idea who she was, and I knew nothing about her until the day after Record Store Day, when I finally went down that rabbit hole and also realized I cannot afford a copy of that record. I wish I would have grabbed one on Record Store Day. That one's 100% on me. But I did pick up her latest record, Bewitched. This is the Goddess edition. Just came out on Friday, last Friday. The album itself, Bewitched, came out last year. It's a phenomenal record. The Goddess edition gets you 4 new tracks and just incredible blue. It's such a good record. There's a certain tune that she hits that I don't think we've heard in a very long time, especially, I mean, as far as modern jazz, vocal jazz especially, that we've heard, it's kind of been a party of one with Norah Jones. And I'm sure there's others that I missed. But as far as uber popular, it was Norah kind of paving the way. And she really paved the way for this artist too. She's from Iceland, and she is an absolute virtuoso when it comes to her ability to play. She's a cellist. She plays piano, guitar, writes all her own music. It just harkens back to a much earlier age of vocal jazz, and it is an incredible record. And I highly recommend anybody that likes jazz, especially vocal jazz. And she's not the jazz artist in the same vein that Norah Jones is. Like, she's paving her own way. There is parallels, though. I mean, obviously, she's 26. Norah was young, but man, I can't wait to hear the next record from her. I got to go back and get her first record, and if some miracle I can find a copy of that one for Record Store Day, I'll grab that too. They, when I say they, laufey and Norah actually did a Christmas song at the beginning, well, at the end of last year for Christmas, and I didn't know anything about it. I should have grabbed it once again, but new obsession. This is great. You should grab it. So anyway, they're the latest additions to my vinyl collection in my jazz collection, and most importantly, I wouldn't have even found this genre. I mean, I knew it existed. I wouldn't have thrown myself into it the way I did and discovered how much I do enjoy it, if not for a lot of the other channels in the VC, just with some great tips and suggestions. And I'm finding my way through it, and I'm grabbing some old stuff and some new stuff, and just really digging this journey. And I couldn't do it without the rest of the VC helping to kind of guide me. So big thanks. Happy International Jazz Day, and I'll see you next time.